Namaste Bharat. Welcome to another episode of Nation First English. Friends, especially my young brothers and sisters of today's generation, you scroll through a social media and comment sections and you see people mocking Vir Savarkar ji as Mafi-veer. But before you echo those words, pause for a moment and ask yourself, do you even know the hardships he went through? This was a man who was sentenced to not one or two, but 2 life imprisonments. 50 years in the cellular jail of Andamans, a place worse than death itself. Dark solitary cells, no sunlight, only the sound of his own breath and the chains that tied him down. Do you know how he was forced to grind oil like a bullock, tied to a mill with a bleeding hands and no food? And yet, in the dark hell, with nothing but walls around him, he wrote poems on the prison walls with nails, thorns, even with his own blood. Can anyone today even imagine that level of courage? Those mercy petitions that you hear about, do you really think they were for his own freedom? No, my dear friends. They were strategic moves. They were part of a great struggle to get back to India to continue the freedom fight here. Rather than the rot away in a dungeon where his voice could never be heard, that is not weakness, that is his vision, that is his strategy, that is his patriotism. Today, we proudly have films of 3 hours that narrate his story, but I also understand today's youth may not have the patience or time to watch them in full. That is why I stand here in these 3 minutes pouring my heart out, so that you at least feel the spark of patriotism, feel the sacrifice and carry forward the truth of Vir Savarkar. If my words can make you pause for even a moment, respect the pain he bore and ignite even a drop of patriotism in your veins, then I believe my purpose is served. So next time, before you casually comment on a hero who sacrificed his life's happiness for Bharat Mata, remember you and I are breathing freely today because of the pain and the vision of such warriors. Vir Savarkar was not just a freedom fighter, he was a poet, a writer, a philosopher and a reformer who dedicated his life to the cause of independence. Born in the year 1883, he grew up in an environment charged with patriotism from his youth. He inspired people with his fairy words, actions, unlike many who restricted themselves to ideas. Savarkar lived his words with courage, suffering 2 lifetimes of imprisonment, a total of 50 years, in the dreaded cellular jail of Andaman, popularly known as Kalapani. Well, Savarkar Smriti, the definition of a Hindu, one of the most powerful contributions of Savarkar to the Hindu community was his definition of who is Hindu, derived from his deep study of ancient Smritis and philosophy. He wrote, "A Hindu is one who regards this land from Indus to the seas as his fatherland, that is Pitrubhumi, and holy land, that is Punya Bhumi." This simple yet profound definition unified the diverse traditions to Hindus: Sanatana Dharma, Shaivism, Vaishnavism, Shaktism, Sikhism, Buddhism, Jainism, under one cultural and civilizational umbrella. For Savarkar, Hindu was not just a religious identity, it was a civilizational bond rooted in shared culture, heritage and reverence for the land of Bharat. At a time when Hindus were facing humiliation under colonial rule, divisive politics, Savarkar installed confidence and pride. He reminded Hindus for their glorious past of warriors like Shivaji, Maharana Pratap, Guru Gobind Singh, and called upon them to stand united as the president of the Hindu Mahasabha. Vir Savarkar articulated the political concerns of Hindus. He emphasized the need of Hindu unity to protect cultural political rights. His vision of Hindutva was not about hatred, but about self-respect, unity, and strength. Savarkar was a reformer at heart. He strongly opposed caste discrimination, untouchability, and social evils that weakened Hindu society. He believed in equality and worked for the eradication of untouchability, promoting temple entry for all Hindus regardless of caste. His works like the First War of Indian Independence, 1857, challenged the British narrative and inspired generations of revolutionaries. His poems and writings spread patriotism like wildfire. Vir Savarkar's own life was his greatest message. He spent 27 years in jail and internment, enduring torture, isolation and hardships. Yet, his spirit was never broken. He emerged as stronger, continuing to write, inspire and guide the Hindu community. For Vir Savarkar, the concept of Hindu Rashtra was not about domination. It is about cultural nationalism. He envisioned a nation where the Hindu ethos respect for knowledge, valor and dharma that would formed the foundation of governance while ensuring justice and dignity for all. He believed that unless Hindus stood united with the strength and courage, Bharat could not achieve true freedom. His ideas sowed the seeds of cultural awakening that continue to inspire even today. Friends, Vir Savarkar's life teaches us three eternal lessons. 1. Fearlessness in action. Never bow before injustice. 2. Unity of Hindus. Only a united society can stand against the oppression. 3. The pride of civilization. Our dharmic roots are greatest strength as we remember him. Let us take inspiration from his words, deeds. Let us live with pride, unity, courage as Hindus and as Indians. Swatantra Vir Savarkar was not just a name. He was an idea, a movement and a fire that still burns in the heart of Bharat. For more such updates, news and more, please subscribe to our channel Nation First English. Please do like and share our videos and let us know your thoughts and views in our comment section below. See you soon in another episode. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai Vir Savarkar.